Hi. So today you're going to learn a little bit about a bookmarking tool that lives in the cloud called Delicious. So I'm hoping if you have started creating a username and password on Delicious. If not, you might want to pause this video, go to delicious.com and fill out what you need to have a username and password. In fact, have you noticed we do this a lot? So it's a good idea to keep a list somewhere or to keep the same username and passwords for educational kinds of things that you need. Anyway, create one and then turn this back on and we'll get started on this short tutorial on how to use Delicious. For those of you who have logged in now, notice I have a profile, so I've got myself logged in here, and you can see that. And you can see all of my links that I have, and it'll show you all the different things that I have put on here. Also, if I'm ready to add a link, then I can click Add a Link. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about what we're going to use this for initially. First of all, I'd say I would keep this Delicious site up and going, and there's another tutorial underneath this that talks about adding the bookmarklet so that you can easily connect things to your Delicious account just as you browse around. But we're going to create a scrapbook, a digital scrapbook using Delicious. The idea here is for you to use this scrapbook to collect teaching resources. You can find all kinds of things. You can find videos, websites that are helpful, both informational and educational. So interactive games on the web that would be beneficial for your students. You will have to, so you as part of your scrapbook assignment will need 10 websites that you have collected along your unit plan theme, the unit you want to develop in this class. So let's say it's Civil War, then you'll find 10 websites that you want to use. If you are finding a website that you want to use, then, excuse me, all you have to do is go to a new tab, and I'm going to go and look for a website on flipping a class, and this is one that you'll visit later, but I'm going to copy the link to this web address, so I'm going to hit Command-C or Control-C, go back to my Delicious account, I'm going to add a link. I paste my URL, Control-V or Command-V on a Mac, say Save, and then it asks me to have to fill out some details about it. So the title is Flipped Classroom Pedagogy and Tools. You have to have a description about it. Now, once you've done a little annotating, so you've written a few sentences about the particular web address that you are linking, you add tags. These tags are like little labels that later will help you search for resources that you have in your Delicious account. So if you're doing this particular scrapbook on Civil War, then you would want to put Civil War as a tag on every single website and interactive game and everything related to Civil War. This is on Flipped Classroom, so Flipped Classroom is going to be my tag. I hit enter and it creates a tag. I could do pedagogy if I want to, flipping tools, all kinds of tags that you can use that later are searchable. When you finish, you say save. And notice this will show up. This is now on my Delicious account as a bookmarked link. Now, your assignment, you're going to put 10 websites, excuse me, that are annotated with details. You also will need to add 10 images that you could later go back and use. So I'm going to say I'm going to add another link. Whoops. Let's see. I'm going to first find it. I'm going to go here to flipped And this time I'm going to use Google, but I'm going to search for images. Use the image search. Here's an infographic on the flipped classroom, so I'm going to click on that. Now this is just a thumbnail. I need to click on full-size image here. This is the one I want, so I'm going to copy the link. Go back to Delicious. Add a link. Paste my link. Save it. Again, I add a few details to it. This is called an infographic. In fact, infographics are very current ways to display a bunch of data, and it's a great graphic. So you might even look for infographics based on your topic. It's a really neat way to look at information. I can give details about image, and then I'm going to save it. Oh, I need to give it a tag also. The same one that I'm giving to all of them. And notice you can see that I now have that graphic here, and notice it shows up as a graphic over here on the right hand side. Now, the fabulous thing about this is that these tags become searchable indexes. So if you look over here on the right hand side, I've got some tags when I run across articles with great iPad resources. I have something here on Flipped Classroom. So I'm going to search for all the things that I have on my Flipped Classroom resource. It will reshuffle things, and now all of these resources linked here, images and web addresses and all kinds of things, are all linked together with this one web address that is categorized as my Flipped Classroom resources. So you're going to, in your scrapbook, do 10 websites, 10 images, and find 5 lesson plans that go along with your unit topic as well. And annotate, summarize those lesson plans in that description portion. So that what you're doing is you're going out and collecting all kinds of things that either you can use to teach with or your students may use as resources. You're going to come back and reuse these tools that you're collecting at this point. So spend good time and energy finding what's best. And then when you're finished, do a tag sort, and then take the web address and that finished product, that is what you submit. Be sure that it is made public. Click here, make it public. Now copy it and paste it in the assignment section for our class this week. Okay, enjoy looking and hunting down resources. If I were you, throughout this whole course, anytime you stumble upon great Web 2.0 tools, which we'll look at later, all kinds of different things, come back and bookmark them in Delicious so that you're keeping track of your learning. And you can come back, and when you're thinking, oh, I remember one time seeing this or that, you can come back to your Delicious account and find what it is you were looking for. Enjoy. Have a great time bookmarking, and I'll talk to you in a few.